we go. On time. I'm not late. Yay! I guess this is technically day 5 of attempting to get my stellar scrub somewhere impressive. But it's day 3 of the stream. So, alrighty. I gotta start with Dimension Hall. I'm almost out of buffs, too. Okay, hold on a second here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I should be doing this. Come on. Alrighty, then I want to go in here. Objective for today is going to be... There we go. Now, as far as how reasonable that is, well, unfortunately, we only get 5% from Dimensional Hall now, so I've got to do 25% of actual grind. Now, if I still want to awaken tomorrow, that means that I'm setting myself up for a reasonable amount of suffering tomorrow. I am going to try to see if I can find somebody that wants to run dungeons with me tomorrow, because if I can actually do proper dungeons the way an MMO is supposed to be played, it'll be a lot easier. But as I often say, I don't want to run dungeons with just randoms if they're not, like, fully on board with being in a live stream. So. Oh. And I mean, obviously, I don't want to just chill at the entrance of a dungeon and get somebody super strong to just run through while I vibe out. But yeah, I still think we could totally handle getting to Awakening tomorrow. Even if I give myself 50%. So while I'm running here, so yesterday I was planning on streaming, but a problem came up that I had to move a sewing machine. I'm really worried about the condition of this sewing machine because it's an antique and I just got it working again. So I wanted to bring it from basically a storage locker up to my property. Yeah, I'm in a condo, so it's like a couple floors up, but you know, just getting it up there. It's very heavy. Like, I don't have a sore back, I don't have sore arms, so I clearly was lifting it up properly, but my fingers have blisters just from the pressure that was on them from holding the edges of the table it's built into. And my hands still hurt today from that. The all day at work, it was like, I don't want to touch my mouse anymore. Yep. Oh, but I am really excited to be able to use this sewing machine. It's an old Singer, and I think it's mentioned on the profile for YouTube, but I actually kind of like making things that I can wear from video games, and I think it would be really cool to start learning how to make clothes. And I mean, obviously, a nearly 100-year-old sewing machine isn't going to be the most versatile tool, but it's definitely a tool. And yeah, we're definitely going to be switching over to controller after I get through some quests. I haven't really been paying attention to how much each one of these maps gives, to be honest. I think it's about 1% for these 90 ones, and then it just keeps going down, of course. Probably could have started the EXP crystal later, but tomorrow I'm thinking we start the stream first thing in the morning and we just kind of go. I feel like that'll be the best choice. 2nd one first, actually. Surfboard Artemis? Is that on the Paragon? Oh, it totally is. Eh, not my style. Yep. Might be worth trying to get into a Vault of Eternity on Scrub today. Then tomorrow I could use, like, the experience boost books on every single quest, because, you know, it is funny, but based on the amount of time it has taken on my carnival buffs, because I've basically been on the grind properly since I got them, the amount of time it has taken for me to get from the end of quest even just this far, in terms of experience, getting close, trying to get my way to 99% for Awakening, is actually longer than it took to get from 0 to 99 on my main account. And, like, I know my main account has some benefits, obviously, like move speed is a big one. But I wonder if it will actually be faster to not use a boost card. I mean, the dream would be that I could use a VIP sprite and an elite sprite for the quests from boost card up until Awakening, but I mean, I don't have enough LP for that. Yeah, let's teleport back. Oh, the other thing is that today I decided to get some bubble tea, and then when I saw the menu, I got bubble coffee, so we've got iced bubble coffee today, which I don't have any art for. I should take that into consideration for next time. So it might not have been smart to do quests first. Like, normally I start with dungeons and then quests, so it gets us moving a little bit faster in the middle range. But oh well. You say, does like wrist cracking come through on the mic? Alright, that's 10% down. Of course, it's going to only get slower from here. You know, I saw somebody selling the gold cards in the auction house for 7,000 for 10. I wonder if somebody would sell me one for 700G. Nah, it just feels like a bad use of gold, right? Like, I feel like I would benefit more from saving this gold for stuff like crafting. I don't think I have very much left on Scrub. Yeah, no, I spent some of Scrub's gold on this cutie as well. Oh, Oh shoot, I didn't re-equip my, I was fortifying my, my relic here. Whoa, Tsukuyomi at 2,000 a frag? Tsukuyomi's not actually that bad though. In fact, I kinda use her as my main Dark Eidolon aside from Eris because she's got the move speed stuff going on. Kind of figure we go till 8:30 on the quests. And then from there we'll do dungeons. That way we can kind of try to catch the 9 o'clock Otherworld Hell reset. I think that'll be the most efficient way to get double runs of the Hells while I'm still using the full set of cards. Seems like that would be the most efficient way to do it. Next is Desolate with 3. Now, we did learn last time that we can beat the boss here. Like, we can beat the dungeon. Do we want to run it? I don't know that it's a good use of time. We'll pass on it for now, because you don't get any experience from the mobs in there. Oh, shoot. I don't normally turn in all three of them until the end so I can watch the experience a little bit closer, but no big deal. Probably should have cleared this quest while I was over there. I'm really not doing that great in terms of focus today. It's really about the hands. It seems like the blisters will heal on their own though without popping, so that's exciting. I'm doing jazz hands right now, you can't see. And Viridian Step. Oh, I was trying to get a shot of the rainbow there, but you know, I may as well gather these. I'm not sure if you need to gather 10 of every single item at some point in order to get your gathering all the way up to max, or if it's only the lower level ones that require that. I don't remember offhand, but since I'm here, I may as well, huh? Alright, and then the other thing I should put out right here is that I'm actually going to kind of try to rework this this playlist a little bit. There's other games that I've got music from that's safe to use. And I think I'm going to try to gradually remove the creepy tracks like this one and switch over to being more thematic tracks. So I actually added 3 new songs and removed a bunch of the higher energy ones so it can be slightly more chill sort of energy. But the playlist itself is still 12 hours and 35 minutes. I guess it'll still need to be longer than that for when I do a so-called awakening rush on this account. But yeah, this isn't quite the energy that I feel is appropriate. Oh, hey, Resonant. Oh, you came just in time for the horror music. Hmm. Something in the mail. A free latte, thank you! Yay! Now, I would use it, but I'm using an experience item for right now for my food, but thank you. Where's the next map? We're on Viridian, we're going to Canterton Hill. Oh, so yesterday I did finish the 3 sets of the soaps and whatnot, so now I've done one of the quests from the storyteller. It was only after I turned it in that I realized that I probably should have waited to do it today. Just barrels of milk, why not? This milk comes in handy later anyway. And you've got a quest. You know what? I do it in a different order every time. So how about we take care of this one first now? There we go. I wonder if that person is also currently on the grind. Now, I've been kind of busy with my account here, but apparently they've got some really nice stuff in the nightmares. Like, I think someone told me that there's a permanent manual available for beating and getting enough nightmare emblems now. Oh yeah, it's good. No, I will not. No, they're healing. They're healing quite well on their own. They are quite small, but it's enough that it was a little bit painful to hold on to things. Like as I'm driving home from work, holding onto the steering wheel, I could feel them still. Alrighty, that is the 8:30 mark. So we got about 14% in an hour? Or half an hour. 13% for just doing quests. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, we'll stop by the main area here to grab the quests, and then we'll head off into the dungeons, and I can switch over to controller. Wait, do we need any? We should probably clean out the inventory a bit beforehand, Need to be able to fit stuff. Should we use a, It's not really that fancy, but we'll use a nice little card here. Or a charm here. Fit those in there. Those can go in there. Oh, it is the fancy coats again, isn't it? It's almost bad timing, because if it was still the weaker goats, I would have been able to farm a little bit more LP on this account, but I hear that the big goats aren't quite as good for LP. I'm still gotta get my masteries. Charms. Excellent. Alright, then we'll just throw that. That can go there. That can go in there. I think I'll throw that in there just so I don't accidentally lose it. Don't need those. Those are fine. Maybe in here. Alright, that's good. I got an hour's worth at minimum of buffs with 2 of them. I don't think that's really worth keeping. Probably should have sold those to the NPC. Let's go! Let's go! You know, I could actually use some charms on this account. Because all I have... Oh, that would have been a mistake. All I have right now are just the super fancy 5-drop charms, and they're all on Scrub. Right, now before we get too far... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one of those, and one of those. I wonder if I've got, like, Marina's Call or something on my other character. It must be in the level boxes that I haven't opened. I have like 5 boxes from those patch presents that I can't open because Scrub isn't S20 yet. As soon as she hits S20, I'm going to be rolling in LP. Oh, and one of those, that's what I forgot. Oh, and controller! Hey, Wim! Oh, that's way over there on my first feed. Is that a little kitten in a box? Since I used all the experience things, I should make sure to take out all the mobs. There we go. Okay, so I'm almost at 700 gold. But yeah, I don't necessarily think anyone would be willing to sell me just one gold card for 700G. But let's put it this way, if anybody in the chat has a gold card and would sell it to me for 700G, absolutely go ahead and cut it over. But I'm not just going to buy it off of a random person, because that does seem like a really high price. And again, I wasn't paying too much attention to see how much experience that got me. 34.54. Okay. A little bit too quiet for the... Oh shoot, I lost target on the boss there. Hey, if I play this right, I could just never have a cooldown on my nebula. Now, I thought the AoE for Nebula... Or, sorry, my Vortex. Nebula's the chibi skill. I thought the AoE for Star Patrol was radial from me, but it appears that it's actually AoE around the target, because when I used it there, it hit the target, but not the ones between me and the target. Alright, so 34.54. So about 0.5% per dungeon. I did use all my buffs, right? Yeah. And as compared to last time, the only difference is that this time I've got a pedal water as well, which is another 5%. Yeah. Yes, Wim, 100% the LP store is basically gonna be your source for evolution beads. So there is a chance that you can get them in some other places, but the chances are so rare that I would say in the years that I've played, for example, there's a chance that you could get a pack in Gaia that has a chance to give you one, and I think that I have gotten exactly one out of Gaia in the entire time that I've played the game. So occasionally they'll do like free giveaway ones as well, But yeah, LP Store is going to be your main source of those. Well, you're close to getting to access to the Goat World bosses. When beads used to be 200G. Actually, I'm busy thinking of before they were in the LP store and they were ridiculously expensive and I couldn't afford to 3-star many of my Eidolons. I'm still in combat. There should be... Yeah, there we go. So before level 60, there's not really a good way to farm LP. The first thing you're going to get access to are the Goat World bosses, and unfortunately, right now there is a special event on, which means you're going to get less from them than normal, unfortunately. But I did make a video about that. If you look on my channel, you'll find a video called the about world bosses. And that should give you all the information you need to be able to hunt the goats to get some LP. I suppose we'll do the ones that give us the quests first, and they are high levels. Of course. The majority of the world bosses aren't super helpful for LP. It's really the goats that are the big ones. Once you hit level 60, you also unlock access to the Temple of Gaia, which can drop LP. The problem with that, though, is that if you're still pretty green, you're going to struggle to beat even the solo modes to start. But they do drop LP there, too. The other thing you can do are daily field quests, which isn't much, but it is a way to farm it. If you're going for a bead, though, it's so little it's gonna feel useless. Let's see if I go to my quest log. Hey, look at that, I've got some LP right there. It's the section here in your quest log called the Daily Wipeout, Daily Top Kills, and Daily Gathering. Every mission in here is 25 LP, so like I said, it's not a lot, but it does add up. You can farm a couple hundred there pretty quickly if you know where to find everything. And if you don't know where to find everything, you can search the names of the enemies or items that it needs you to find on the database to find what map it's on. Yeah, no problem. The real easy farming for LP comes in once you hit level S1, and you can find people that are running Vault of Eternity, like you can see people recruiting in the corner there. That's where you'll be able to get a ton of LP really quickly. And then personally, the way that I get most of my LP nowadays are the Bond dungeons, but those don't unlock until S10, so you're a ways away from that. Ooh. Gosh, it was getting kind of toasty in here, so I turned on the air conditioning, and now it's immediately too cold. I've got it on the lowest fan setting, too. Oh, shoot. Got me. I don't know that I've ever managed to break out of that prison before it does damage to me if I don't knock out the boss. So there's a person in world chat asking about physical attribute skill damage increased by 15% name. I suppose they're probably talking about the Eidolon skill? Or a star? I don't know that I've ever managed to re-roll one of my Eidolons to physical. Oh no, that's not true. I'm sure I have. Oh, not on this account though. No, for sure not on this account. I'm just tempted to run party mode. If I play it careful with my stun on the final boss, I think I'd be able to avoid the huge cage skill thing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. But I'm only gonna spend 5 minutes because I do need to get through the other world. Well, I can go a little bit more than 5 minutes, but I do need to get through the other world before 9 o'clock so that I can get a second run on the solo hard. We'll just do party. Slightly easier. And I'm going to switch to keyboard so that I have a little bit more control. Well, the mobs aren't too bad, and I technically have some boss damage. So just as long as I'm not getting hit with stuns and stuff, we should be good. And either way, that wasn't shabby for experience there. Whoop! Okay, he does a lot of damage, so I've got to tank perfectly. Where is everybody? Get back here. Isai, Capybara. Yeah. Maybe I'll throw that in there just for now. These are the potions you get with the Proof of Diligence, so I'll have plenty of them for Awakening even if I waste a bunch here. Oh, hey, Martin! Good evening to you, too! Eh? Oh dear, someone's messaging me while I'm trying to, Whoop. Come on. No! I can do this. I can feel like I can do it. One more try. Oh, you just finished farming the nightmares. Flaming jump rope. it's kind of just waving the needle between all the different red fields. My buff is still active. Oh, I need to pull up my guys again. And my capybara is there. Thank you, but this is not the right time for a distraction. I've got this. I can do this. Hit him with the... Whoop. Hit him with the triple Star Patrol. Then get out of there. And I missed the other skill. No! I feel like I can do one more try, and then we really should go on to the other dungeon. But I should respond to this person. Oh dear. If you are the person that whispered me in-game, you have whispers off, so I can't reply. But I would like to kindly decline your offer and suggest that you try handing it out to players that need it more than me. Unfortunately, a player tried to whisper me. I think they might be in the live stream chat. It's okay, I've got this. I know what I need to do, and that is not die. And maybe spawn all my buffs. Where's my capybara? Oh, this is that... That's what it is. It's the, on fire debuff that you have to go into water, and apparently I've only got one water left? That's cool. I guess I have to not get lit on fire. I'm not even gonna try to kite that thing in the middle of the lines. I'm just gonna avoid it. Ugh, come on. It's not worth it. Oh, why am I not using my big buff either? And the answer to that is because I forgot about it. That's the one! And I got flustered and ruined my rotation. Oh well, we did it! Totally worth the time! Totally worth the time on my cards! Easy win! Oh, but thank you, Nanashi. I don't remember if I said thank you. I got distracted. Oh, was that your intention? See, the other benefit you get if you use a if you don't use an awakening card. Oh no, I guess that's in the support cube. I was gonna say you get 100 feathers, but I'm pretty sure that's in the support cube, not just the regular level up pack that we get in the mail. Alright, now I don't remember her mechanics, so let's just try not to get hit. This seems bad. I'm not healing. My heals aren't doing anything. Alright, that didn't work. I'm not going to bother trying any further on that. That was quite clearly not going to happen. I think I am, Martin. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough to beat Nightmare on my own. Is it party mode you have to beat, or do you have to beat solo mode? Because I literally haven't even looked at it. I've been so busy with work. Oh dear, they decided to send it to me. Well, I do like... Okay, so I'll need to find some people that'll run it with me. Because it would be a good idea to get my hands on a manual. For Chrono Wood. Okay, well then, here's hoping my good pal, XGB is willing to assist me with it. Yeah, I'll have to see if my super strong friend will be willing to help me. Oh, and they were offline right away. So, this player has decided to send me a bunch of 20-slot backpacks, which would massively help. But I do think that it's not really fair for me to use them, because that's not something that a player who is not me in this situation would be able to get their hands on. So... Wait, is it one manual per character? Like you can get both 2 manuals? Or as many manuals as you have characters? Oh, that's not a little bit of gold for this account, but... So I think... Oh, okay, okay. That way you can do it in less time. Come back when the table is full. It's pretty full! But yeah, as I was saying, that I don't think it's really fair for me to take this stuff. So I think I'll give them away once I beat Awakening, so they'll just be chilling in here for the meantime. That means I have 2 days to beat Awakening. Well, what do you know? I've got 2 accounts! Are the manuals tradable? I wouldn't think so, right? Alright, well it's 9 o'clock, but I did manage to at least get through the mode that was gonna reset at 9. We're fine. Well, then Scrub might be helpful. Oh yeah, Scrub's S18, that's fine. It's just a matter of whether or not my ridiculously strong friend is willing to assist me. How many emblems do you need for it? I literally haven't looked in the slightest. Gosh, I sure hope it's not the same emblems as it used before, because I literally had a bunch, and I was like, these are never going to be useful, and I tossed them. Ah, inventory space is suffering. 12 days, okay. Alright, well I'll have a chat with my pal. guess technically it's not reset yet. Hey, we're still about some seconds. I don't know, my clock doesn't have a second hand on it. Oh shit, I can switch back to my controller now. I just get in the zone, you know? Oh ho! I mean, the nightmares in general have been quite tough. The party modes. I think the last time there was the one at Demarek Mines, we never did end up beating the party mode. Me and my pals. But I'm stronger now. I think I didn't have enough pen back then, but I've got a bit more pen. I've been working on my account. Do 20% pen? I don't remember. I don't remember where I'm at on my main account. Too much for regular dungeons, not quite enough for the Hero Sky Tower last time I did it. I didn't think I was even in combat. Where'd those guys come from? Honestly, I swear that the reason why they make you wait right before the boss there is so that if you just ran past... Oh, if HST is 280 and I was getting close to enough there, then 220, I should be fine for pen now. I just don't remember the exact number offhand. Back into solo hard. No reason to even bother trying solo or the Otherworld party mode here because Reflecto mobs. Oh, do share. What is this problematic second boss? It was kind of awkward with the camera, but yeah, we got him. We got him. Oh, ew. %, max HP damage per second, and then he's gonna have the armor that means you can't lifesteal off of him. I'm sure. Since everything inside those dungeons has that. Although it might be that I just didn't have enough pen before, so I wasn't able to still sustain with the, Oh, come on. Iwanaga Hime, clutch healer? Isn't she like 7% per second? Better than the premium potions? I still think HP is going to be my best bet for awakening requirements here. But it is a shame that we missed the free, basically, reset. No, like I said, I'll have a chat with my party friends and see what we can do. Yeah, the thing is Warbow is my character that's got the strongest damage in terms of, like, raw damage, but if that's kind of moot because here it's a zero damage dungeon anyway, then if I bring Whipmaster, they've got a percent heal. Whipmaster's got a percent heal. That could work. Well, they had to make it challenging if they were going to be giving away manuals, that's for sure. So, if I'm going to do the patch update video on Sunday like I normally do, I'll try to see if I can get Saturday night Nightmare Run. I get the feeling my friends have probably already done it today. Then it'll be, I was gonna say time to use some of my, elixirs, but I'm pretty sure dark is one of the only elements that I've actually used all of the elixirs I made. So, I'll have to make some more. Hey, I don't know, it just kinda... I mean, I assume the reason why they made it so the mobs don't have any experience or anything in them is because they're expecting the people that are going into the Nightmare Dungeons are cap level. But it does feel kind of disappointing that it's literally useless. Oh shoot, my buff here is gonna be done. I don't know, I kind of didn't like the pen pets. They were temporary, right? I didn't like that. I wish they were permanent. Or you mean the permanent ones and I just literally never got to the permanent ones. Because I seem to remember 28-day pen pets. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, Area kind of had a philosophy that they didn't want to time gate anything. Oh, hello, OHM. OHM NRS. Yeah, Area didn't really want to time gate anything, it felt like. So, originally when X Legend took over, they took out the nightmares that had been set up to stick around. And they actually started cycling the Bond dungeons too, but then at some point, I don't know if it was just how much we were doing it, but they ended up just leaving them all in. Oh yeah, there was a cow pet. I kind of wish we had a little cow pet, because everybody loves the cow, right? Cow transmog. Oh, wait, one more time. That third time that always gets me. How is my DP looking? Okay, I got about 10,000 left to go for 3,000 LP. There's one more day left in the month, or is it gonna reset tonight? Oh, there's one more day. Oh, you know, where did my go? Oh, why did I put it over there? So, I actually, ordered from a Taiwanese restaurant this evening to match the game, of course. So obviously I've got bubble coffee, because it's not tea, it's coffee. Coffee? Iced coffee with the bubbles, the tapioca pearls. Gosh, it is shockingly good. I did make them go pretty unsweetened though, because bubble tea is already like quite high in sugar, even without all the extra sweetness added in the drink. And I mean, I don't normally drink coffee with sugar in it, so I do recommend if you haven't tried it before. Bubble tea, but with coffee. And I should move it over there so I can actually reach it. The dangers of oh, it's super good, but it's just the dangers of me and my desk. Putting things where I can actually reach them means putting them places where I can accidentally knock them over. Okay, so funny story. Another bubble tea place opened up relatively close to where I live, so walked over there, and they had a drink they called a just a latte with pearls. And of course, to me, latte means, like an iced latte means basically just espresso with milk. So I assumed that that would be espresso, milk, and pearls, but latte does just mean milk. So it was sweet milk with pearls. I was a little sad. It definitely needs the coffee. Like, I know latte means milk, technically, but I didn't really think that many people would actually literally just order sweet milk with bubbles in it. That just seems kind of silly. I didn't complain or anything though, because it's what I ordered in the end. Hello, Vega. The thing about the word latte is that when you talk about espresso and milk with a little bit of foam, I'm not gonna say anything about the X. It's fine. Everybody typos, but um, you're right in that when you're at a cafe, you would basically always expect a latte to have coffee in it. But typically, when you look at the menu, it actually says like cafe latte or something on the fancier places. But yeah, no, this was not a this isn't a coffee shop, right? Like their specialty is more like milk tea stuff. So, I mean, yeah, lattes technically just the word milk, right? Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on. Keep using the wrong skill. But yeah, 100%. I was totally expecting there to be espresso or something in it. And the next time I went to that place, I ordered the milk coffee with bubbles, which is, I don't know why I thought if they had both of those on the menu, they would be the same thing. And it was but it was absolutely delicious. I mean, you can't really go wrong with coffee. I take it back. You can absolutely go wrong with coffee. Although if I were to try to say like a coffee that I've disliked, it's mostly just when it's really acidic. Like sometimes you take a sip of a coffee that's kind of like slightly cooled down, like you've had it in your cup for a bit, like 20 minutes maybe, so it's not like piping hot fresh, and you take a sip and it just tastes like lemon water. That's the kind of coffee I'm not a fan of. Really highly acidic stuff. Well, I think that a good coffee tastes fine regardless. But it's my understanding that especially when coffees are made with like not quite hot enough water, they'll come out tasting quite a bit more acidic. And you could taste that acidity more once it's cooled down. So, not that I'm saying let your coffee cool down and then drink it, or if you've got fancy coffee, you don't need to rush or anything, but I do find that like cheaper coffee tastes better when it's super, super hot. That being said, I've tried a lot of coffee. Actually, one time somebody got me as a present a bag of smoked beans. So they had a really, really smoky flavor, even once they were like pulled into a shot of espresso. Starbucks Pike. You know what? No shade. If you like something, there's no shade in liking it. Actually, for the longest time, I had a family member that worked at Starbucks, so we got free beans, like they get a bag out or whatever you call it every week. So I know Starbucks is kind of renowned for having like really, really darkly roasted beans, and I think they taste fine. I know it's not everybody's jam. I have tried to stop going to Starbucks because there's other local cafes that are easier to walk to around here. Hashtag support local. You know, I hear that a lot too, that like after people go overseas and then come back, the various things end up tasting not as good. And I guess I'm somewhat experiencing that because I actually just finished training some coworkers that are overseas, and they sent me a bag of beans from Europe, and oh my gosh, they are so tasty. They're so smooth. There's like so little acidity. Amazing coffee. And like, I can't get that brand here. Next to nothing about coffee but cold brew sweetened with condensed milk that I really like. If you like the taste of coffee, Vietnamese coffee, like Vietnamese iced coffee, is usually served with condensed milk as well. Like it cold with condensed milk, and it's usually very strong. At least that's how it's been when I have it, and I think that stuff is really, really tasty too. Even I felt a little bit jittery the first time I had it though, so it's got a lot of caffeine in it. Actually, funny story about that. The first time I had it, a Vietnamese coworker of mine actually made some herself and brought it to work because she wanted to share it with me. And she didn't want to tell me what kind of beans it was because it was civet coffee. It was Kopi Luwak. And she's like, if I tell you, I don't know if you'll drink it. And I was immediately like, I know exactly what kind of coffee this is, and it's fine. Iced Hanoi. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to Google it. Hold on a second. Where's my key? No, no, maybe not while I'm getting attacked. Iced Hanoi. Iced Hanoi. Yep, that looks pretty similar. Killer beans. Yeah, civet coffee is the ones where they, pass the beans through the digestive system of, yeah, basically a variety of cat. And then they gather the beans out of the, other end. Put it in the most, polite way. So you can see why she might have thought that would be a problem. Yeah, I tried researching why, and to my understanding, it's basically the stomach acid of the civets changes the way that the beans taste. That's where I got to, and I'm like, well, okay, it's expensive. I probably won't have to try it. Or I suppose a better way to say it is get to try it. So I was actually quite surprised when the opportunity just came to work with a coworker. See, I can see why you would think that, but it's not like... It's not like you're eating cat waste. It's really not. There's an NPC called Mushroom Number 1? You know, when I think about it, I feel like it's probably better to tell someone before they eat it if you think that it's something that they wouldn't be comfortable eating. You know, it's always the little random cafes that make the good stuff, right? Like, especially ones that have been there for a while. Now, my US geography kind of sucks, but that's, I want to say Southern California? San Francisco? Oh, and my weapon's about to break. And how's my inventory space anyway? Awful. Well, I might keep one of these 20 slot backpacks and just add some gold as to the giveaway. Because I do want more backpacks. Alright, we have one more Shattered Netherworld, and then I think we have to get back on quests, because that should be it for dungeons. But timing-wise, that was basically an hour on the nose, huh? Yeah, there's 5 minutes left. Maybe a quick hop over into Otherworld? Or, after I finish this dungeon, I pop into the, Winged Duke's Domain, since I can apparently beat that for some reason. Oh, it's Northern California. Whoops, sorry. Oh, right, yes, sorry. I was thinking Los Angeles. At least I hope that if I say that, I'm not even worse off. There we go. Whew. I gotta say, my geography of the United States is quite bad. Gosh, now I'm not even sure how good my geography is of Canada. Let's see, starting from the west coast, we've got BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, then Manitoba? And I think it's Quebec after that. And look, to be fair, in Canada we only have to memorize, is it 10 provinces? Oh gosh, I don't even remember how many. After Manitoba should be Quebec, then Ontario. Then on the east coast you got like Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Prince Edward Island. Then up in the north you've got Nunavut and Northwest Territories. Oh dear. How come I feel like there's 3 territories? It's not a flex. Canada has got... Do you guys have, like, how many states? 50 some odd? Rainbolt can't recognize Vancouver. $52.5. I thought they were trying to say Canada was the 51st state. Would they just stick Canada above one of the other states? We get a higher number because we're pretty? I'm gonna quickly quickly see if I can get into another world. I actually don't remember which is the right one for my level. Editon Hill. Oh, I actually should have just done the Winged Duke's domain, I think. Oh geez, I didn't even know you guys had that many territories. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for Americans kids trying to learn that in schools. I forgot New Brunswick. When I was doing my list, there's New Brunswick in there. I mean, I'm West Coast, so like for Canada, all the East Coast provinces are kind of a blur. Hmm. Well, I think we'd be the first state, right? Because we have provinces, not states. Canada can have, it's 10 provinces. Is it 2 or 3 territories? Oh gosh, that reminds me of the Animaniacs song, like the countries of the world. Although I've only got like the first 2 lines memorized of that as well. Gosh, I haven't heard that in forever. It's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night, I am positive. Yep, that's the one! I was gonna start singing it too. I'm only allowed to sing for a very short period in each stream. I'm limiting myself because I lose subscribers when I sing. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too. That is such a catchy song to listen to. I'm not sure how worth it this is for experience, and I think my EXP cards are all gone anyway. But how many secret stones did we get? 300, not bad. Buns with meat in the middle. Gosh, the song limit. What was it last time? Last time I sang Nevermore for 2 lines. Actually, no, I sang the whole first verse. Well, not verse, first chorus, I suppose. One boss. Memes about the song. I don't know that I've ever seen memes about it. I just remember it being a catchy song that I had seen at some point. Alright, so probably about 20 minutes... 25 minutes of questing here. Actually, inventory cleanup's probably going to take 5 minutes of that. Better pop another sprite now so I don't accidentally miss it. Oh, shoot, you're right. I have totally seen those kind of versions. I'm going to carefully stow away this coffee that was given to me. Where did it go? That way I don't accidentally sell it or something. Some tea that someone gave me. Murky Mocha. This is actually the signature of my channel. The Murky Mocha. It's the item that I use to create the art on my table over here. Which reminds me, I think we are kind of due for another cup, but I actually don't have very much space to add anymore. There's a limited number of layers, and I am reaching that limit. Coffee lore. Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. Someday you'll know. Now we get to spend 5 minutes cleaning out the inventory. I guess you'll find out. Well, I can make it bigger. Yeah. But I mean, I'm losing hold on reality when I make them too large, so just have a little guy there. Alright, now we just gotta open up all these boxes and turn them into frags. You know what? You're right. And I think it strongly depends on the method being used to turn it into decaf. Because the different methods all affect the flavor in different ways. Like, at work we have this decaf that is decaffeinated using a chemical. Like, I mean, it literally says that the method they use is a certain chemical. And I don't know if it's just that because I see that they've used a chemical for it, but I find that it does have like a sort of chemical-y aftertaste. And then you've got like the water process. I believe it's the Swiss water process is the name most people give it. Where they basically kind of wash out the caffeine and then try to wash some flavor back in. But I find that it's really mild even if you use an espresso machine to make it into coffee. My experience is just that it gets a really mild flavor no matter how you prepare it if they use the water process. But 100% decaf isn't just the same beans but with no caffeine. There's no way to get them like magical. I don't know if it's just that I'm wise. I think it's just that I actually did a month where I just bought 2 pounds of decaf beans and then had decaf for the month to see whether or not it impacted my quality of life, and it's really just not the same taste. Get me those weapons. Oh, these are defense packs. Of course, I didn't get the one I wanted. Want to buy certificate of EXP 100% 500 each? Oh, is anybody selling them for 500? Hey, look at that, 13,000 fragments. I guess then before we continue on with quests, I'm just going to try and fortify my relic here a little bit more. There we go. And I can sip some coffee while that does its thing. Man, if we don't get any... Well, I mean, we should at least hit 100 potential. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes this happens. Hey, at least it didn't go to 99. Yeah, I don't think we're getting 20 on this run. %2 damage and 2% HP would be nice. At least accessory forts are ridiculously cheap because they keep putting them on the top of Paragon. I honestly have so many on my main account that I would basically give them away for free. But I don't because I'm a hoarder. Oh boy. I have a character. Like I literally took one of my characters like when the merge happened, I added a bunch of characters on every server so I'd have some extras. I literally just took one of those and I've got like at least 4,000, I think. Yeah, you get a bunch from the nightmares as well as from Bond Dungeon. So not only do I have them from Paragon, I've got non-tradable ones from the Bond Dungeons. Alright, don't forget to equip it again. And then we're back to quests. Where did I leave off? Let's see. I know we did Desolate. I know we did Viridian. We did Canditon. We did not do Morton. There we go. Just quickly knock this one out first. Okay, I feel like I might have oversold it a little bit, but I've mentioned this before, but I am kind of working on lore, so yes, there's coffee involved in my lore. I'm just not ready to share that just yet. But yeah, I think maybe the way that I laughed there was a little bit oversold. Just a little bit funny that it came up because I was actually working on that during my break today at work. I've been letting it simmer for a bit. Or maybe I should say I've been letting it brew for a bit. And I was just revisiting it today. Not quite. But look forward to it. Now, these useless combo masteries, because nobody uses combo masteries. Right. Yeah, that's a combo mastery. They sell for 1G each, so they're not completely useless. Only mostly useless. Shouldn't there be a third quest here? Oh yeah, it's on the beach. they really didn't have much in the way of, like, experience goodies in this month. Just the... Oh, and even that didn't have experience goodies, just LP. Alright, one more map down, and we've got 6.5% left to go. Not quite. Well, this is going to be a long story, so I hope you're ready. You just accidentally triggered a midday origin story. Well, you know, you triggered it, so let's get to it. I guess it was back when I was in university. I had started playing Grand Fantasia because I wanted to try, well, yeah, I was just afraid of talking to people. So I thought that I might be able to get over my fear of talking to people by putting myself into a situation where I was playing a game that had cooperative elements, and I thought an MMO was a good place to do that. And then I got to like level 60 without talking to anybody. So... Oh, Grand Fantasia! Yeah, it's the same developer. So basically, because I had gotten to level 60 without ever really interacting with people or doing any, like, dungeons with anybody, like literally just alone, I decided, clearly this isn't working, and right around that time is when Aura Kingdom got announced. Funny story, I did debate buying a founder pack, and then I thought, what are the chances I'm actually going to be playing this for very long? So I decided against it. Because, I mean, university, it's not like you got a bunch of free money floating around. So I started playing, and I did the exact same thing. I got to level 60-ish without talking to anybody, and was like, I did it again. So I switched servers, and I joined the first guild that talked to me. And I got over my fear of talking to other people for the first time under the name Midday. Ta-da! The story's over. But basically it was just... yeah. Basically it was just that I wanted to start again in a game where I thought I would actually be able to overcome my fear of talking to other people. Because everybody would be new and you wouldn't have to, worry about not being good enough. And then, like I said, I goofed and I got to level 60 again without talking to anybody, so I started again. But in general, I like the feeling of combat. I like the, I am gonna say that I like the community, even though we've got some rapscallions. But, yeah, the reason why you probably see me, or not probably, you definitely see me play alone way more than with other players, is because I kind of don't feel really comfortable forcing other people to be on a live stream when they don't know it. It doesn't seem very fair. Because I totally get what it's like to not want to be, like, perceived or seen by anyone. You know, I kind of wonder if technically my Grand Fantasia account still exists. Because it was the same area account as my main. So I did technically do the transfer. But there was some stuff that I didn't like about Grand Fantasia, and the majority of that was fixed in Aura Kingdom. Like, I really didn't like that my my gear could lose max durability. And maybe it was just that I didn't know where to find anything, but I couldn't find any way to increase my max or to recover my max durability without spending any money. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm pretty staunchly not spending money in MMOs. But dang it, I kind of wish that I had bought the Founders Pack way back in the day, considering. Then I'd be able to flex on everybody with a diamond skin Cleopatra. Hashtag flex. Can you actually see diamond skin Cleopatra in like the item mall or anything? Nope. So diamond skin Cleopatra was basically this skin, but then she's translucent. And that item, originally that was just what Cleopatra looked like, but around when the time the archive came out, it kind of became mandatory to collect as many eidolons as you can, so it wasn't very fair to completely lock Cleopatra to only the people that were in the Founders. Yeah, I know, right? Real blast from the past. But yeah, they decided it wasn't really fair to lock Cleopatra only to the Founders, so she did end up getting released widely, but then that diamond skin was released as an item for those players. The other thing that they got that was like unique to them was a specific mount, but that mount is kind of useless now because it doesn't have a gold version. So remember earlier when I said that I added some more music that wasn't from Genshin and Hoyo games to my playlist? This is one of them. No. The skin version is just a costume item that was only ever given out to people that had bought the Founders Pack. But basically, originally, because Cleopatra couldn't drop fragments, they had her dropping fortification scrolls, I think? Like, guaranteed fort scrolls, was it? I don't remember. As for this track, this is Gardena from Final Fantasy 15. Boys on a road trip, Final Fantasy. I actually replay, or maybe not replay because I can't beat the whole thing, but every New Year's Eve, I open up Final Fantasy 15 and I just vibe out until midnight. My ritual. These are barely giving me any experience, but I do have 5 more minutes until the quests unlock again, or sorry, the dungeons unlock again. Yeah, this is a, if you've never played the game, it's a, I basically just like vibing around in the open world and just going around hunting stuff. But this particular track plays at a little beachside resort kind of place. Very nice. Alright, and that's it for the non-Hoyoverse music, I think, because I played the other track. Actually, you know what? It's only about half an hour left in the live stream, so maybe I should do that thing that I was talking about, where I put on the half an hour long Age of Empires 2 mix, and then we know that the end of the stream is when the song ends. Oh. Yeah, as soon as we get in the dungeons, I'll switch to that. And then we can feel the tension rising as the music gradually gets more and more dramatic. Yeah. I don't know about 5% though. 5% might be not doable. Core crystal. Yes, yes, yes. I have like the entire soundtrack from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3 on my computer, as well as Xenoblade Chronicles X. I actually don't have the soundtrack from the first Xenoblade Chronicles game. I'll have to find it somewhere. Somewhere legitimate, of course. But wow, I adore the music from the Xenoblade Chronicles games. So I just randomly select whatever I'm feeling when I'm making a guide or something. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to do a couple quests on Blizzardburg. Why not? I don't know that the experience is worth it. Oh, you do, and then you've got to also play 3, and then you've also got to play X. I am actually still working my way through the Xenoblade Chronicles X, and the reason for that is because every time I want to play it, I end up wanting to sit down and play for like 6 hours straight. So I have like stopped myself from playing on work days so that I don't accidentally 3 a.m. I am planning on streaming starting at an earlier time tomorrow, since obviously I'm gonna have quite a bit of experience that I'll need to grind out. But I'm thinking I might wake up. Well, my normal time is 4 in the morning, so I might still get up at 4. Get a couple hours of Xenoblade in before I finish off this grind. Alright, we'll just quickly finish up this chain because the reset is actually at 2 past. Well, yeah. Now, this is going to sound really bad, but it has actually been so long since I beat Xenoblade Chronicles 1 that I do not remember most of the details. So I don't even remember how far that is into the game. But honestly, at this point, don't spoil me for a game that I already played, because I am going to play it again. There's not enough hours in the day, but I'll get around to playing it again. I start work at 6 a.m., so yeah, I have to get up pretty early. It's just, it doesn't feel like it's worth it to change the time that I go to sleep on, or sorry, change the time that I wake up on the weekends, because it'll just make it harder to get up on work days. Rainbow looks kind of funny on these. Or is demon time? You know, it's not like rising early is it like magically good for you in the same way that staying up really late at night is generally actually quite hard on you in the long term. So frankly, if your body wants to wake up at a certain time, that's probably the right time to wake up, provided that you're you're not going to get fired from your job for that. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, after yesterday, I ended up just going to bed early. But even then, at 4 a.m., I woke up and it's like, I don't want to get out of bed. Alright, it is 10:02. We have 5.7% to go. I feel like that's not going to be doable in the next half an hour. especially since I don't have 3 runs on everything and some things I've only got 1 run. But that's not going to stop me from trying. And as I said, queue up the Age of Empires. The stream will end when this song ends. I mean, I guess technically I don't have to go have dinner today because I did get the bubble tea restaurant. But I still want a little bit of a break. Oh, but I guess that means that this time then, instead of just running away, I can do... whatchamacallit? Winged Duke's Domain. Since for some reason I can beat that. I don't know why I'm not using a controller. You guys want to see the anti-micro window so that you can see the controller inputs? I don't know, I think people seem to think that's fun. For some reason. Let me turn it on. There you go! Anti-micro! You know, just thinking back, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I think they kind of had it right in that you had the gacha system, but it was like entirely in-game. I mean, it got kind of frustrating trying to get all the blades, but it was still fun getting them. Like, it felt good despite the fact that it was a gacha system. It didn't feel like it was... I mean, you couldn't spend money, right? You couldn't spend money to get more blades. But it still had that satisfying feeling of getting a good roll. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. The none of the predatory incentive. And then, of course, you were able to... Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I guess it's not really a spoiler because it comes up pretty quickly, so highly recommend playing it if you haven't. Basically, you fight linked up with your blades, and you're able to slot 3 blades, and in order to get more blades, you use core crystals to summon blades, and there's kind of like the generic ones that fight with you, and then you've got the fancy ones that have like special names and whatnot going on. To put it in the most simplified ways, you've got your 3 stars and your 5 stars. I guess that was 2 stars and 3 stars or something, right? Which seems weird. Actually, I don't remember if they had star rankings. Either way, you had like the generic ones that all kind of looked the same but had different weapons or elements. And I don't know if they even had like randomized skills or something, but then you had the fancy ones. And you just found core crystals to use in the summoning around the game, and then you could also find like special core crystals that were guaranteed to summon a specific blade. And then you could use your army of blades to go do missions and stuff on the side. It was actually really, really cool. Man, I need to replay that one too. I think after I beat Xenoblade Chronicles X to a satisfying degree, because I'm kind of trying to grind out every single quest, because I'm just having so much fun doing everything. But after I finish it, to the point that I'm satisfied and can take it out of the Switch, I think I'll pop in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, yeah, the first one, remastered, and just start from the top and go again. And, you know, remember all of the details that I forgot by the time that I got to the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's like, yes, I vaguely remember what was going on here. Game will make a lot more sense. Like, the final story will make a lot more sense if I redo all the games. Alrighty, 45%. Moving on to the next dungeon. I think the best choice right off the bat... Oh geez, I didn't use one of my buffs. Except that I'm also out of buffs. So we should grab more. Doesn't hurt to repair. And keep going, we don't have much time. We'll head straight for Shattered Netherworld, and we'll do Winged Duke Domain first, I think. Except that I think I should probably use keyboard for that. We'll give it a shot with the controller and see what happens. Should probably get Isai out, actually. Isai and my capybara. Oh, kind of goofed my rotation right off the bat there. And I think I was on the one that I wanted to use and I just messed it up. Okay, I know it's not. But the icon on my card thing there... Little Missy with pink hair, blue eyes, and the headband? It just reminds me so much of, like, when I look at it, I just see Kanono from Tales of the World. And I know it's not, but that's, I can't help it, that's all I see. Should be okay to bring him to the boss. And I used them in the wrong order again. Cool. Just waiting for her to spawn her little mobs. Two, 4, 3, triple E. Oh shoot, I don't have a good healing skill on any of my keys. I'm gonna need to move the mouse over so that it's near a healing skill. That kind of sucks to have it with the tooltip open, but oh, and then I immediately goof it. Oh well. I'll just try not to die. That would have been bad timing to die. Oh, these guys are actually hitting pretty hard. We better not just bring him to the boss. There we go. And this boss is immune to debuffs, so no need to get too fancy here. I guess stun counts as a debuff, huh? Oh shoot, I have not seen this before. Oh, but if I can still attack, no biggie. No, I gotta beat him before that. Alright, I might have to switch over to mouse. Alright, we've got Lure for immunity. I think in this case, Festival Muramasa might be a better choice. And we did beat him last time, so I know this is doable. It's just a question of whether or not this was worth our very limited time. No, I can't debuff the target anyway, so those don't matter. Alright, so quick tips if you're newer. Left clicking this button will change your Eidolon from auto-attacking to just following you. So if you want to be able to manually trigger the buffs on your third slot here, to make sure that you get the most out of them, ideally you want to just turn off your aggressive Eidolon and focus on using that. Specifically for this boss, you can't debuff them, so stuff like this, targets receive dark damage, not going to do anything for me. So no reason to have her on aggressive and then leave these two skills active because those aren't going to do anything. But versus normal bosses, this is normally how I'd have it set up. So I could manually trigger the buff and she'll handle just debuffing the target as she can. Although I don't know if that was super effective there. Oh, Frost Crystal. No, I think we're about to die. Oh, we survived it this time! It's fine. We're gonna have to sit through a cutscene anyway. No sweat. Oh, sweat. Ooh, we can save that to star our armor a bit. If I buy... Oh, I still need more LP. I'll still lock it. Because you can get 1 to 3 star stones for your equipment in the LP store, so if I star that to 3, I can then combine it with my plus 20 and get a 4 star. Oh shoot, I forgot about this thing again. And I didn't hold it properly. You know, last time I cakewalked through here because I was actually focusing, and today I'm just not. But hey, I made it. Man, spawn the chest. I think it was worth it. 4% to go. I think there was a decent amount of experience from those mobs. Alright, get out of here. It might even be worth just running the first bit of the party mode to kill off the mobs. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, vigor. One of these days I'll get my extreme speed. And by that I mean probably tomorrow morning I'm gonna stop by a Classmaster and see if they sell them there, because I forget which masteries are sold at Classmasters. Probably not, right? I think it's LP, or you have to get it with Dragon Points. Oh, yay! $46.5. Okay, so that was basically 0.5% for that one run. We should probably do Chrono World. Actually, no, I should have done one of the ones that has 2, because now my teleport isn't going to have reset by the time we finish. And it kind of looks like I pulled my teleport off the skill bar, huh? Eh? Oh no, jeez. I forgot I locked my skill bar, but that way I wouldn't keep accidentally removing things from it. Alright, Alright, then we're ready for the immunity skill. Okay, so whatever this mushroom thing is, people are very confused about it in world chat. I'll have to look into that later. Alright, you guys all come aggro me. Trigger the boss. Pop the skill. Knock him out. Brilliant play. Oh, what's this person saying about Chihuahuas? The auto translation isn't working. I should use this one more when I'm running around. Alright, it looks like it'll be right about par here. About 0.5%. I am just eating those potions. I think we're okay to not do that anymore. Completely forgot I set that up earlier. Yeah, I should probably upgrade some of these before awakening. Good job, me. Oh, 0.4 short. Alright, well, we'll probably be looking at about 48%, so we're not quite gonna hit the target. But after I take a little bit of a brain break, I'll probably do a little bit more on this account tonight before I go to bed. Try and get us up to 50 so that we can at least start on a nice flat number and suffer more tomorrow. Now, it would be a little bit like it might be handy to just cube overnight, but I kind of don't want to lose my carnival buffs. I feel like those will be helpful for awakening. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is I will end after finishing the our 8 minutes remaining of this song. And then later tonight, after the dungeons have reset again, I'll do another quick little hop through on my own, and that should get us up to 50% with the 30 minutes remaining on my cards. Oh, I probably should have cleared out the mobs more carefully. There we go. Alright, that should be... There we go, and then one more run here. Yeah, there's on a little... The other worlds are definitely better. I mean, they're a higher level. But that was only about 0.45% experience. Yeah, I think we'll make 48 before the end of the song. And then we'll call it for the day. And I'll set up some kind, like I'll decide what time I want to start tomorrow, tonight, and set up a, whatever you call it, the live stream countdown thing. I probably shouldn't push them away when I have to get in their field to deactivate the shield. 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Oh, it keeps targeting the wrong one. See how far it made me move the mouse there? And then we're off the subterranean. Alright, 3 minutes left on the clock. We'll definitely have 48%. I'm just not positive we'll make it all the way through the remaining dungeon. Yeah, not with the spawn timing on these guys. That whole thing should have been a cutscene that could be skipped, honestly. Alright, so that is basically gonna be it then. There's 60 seconds left on the song, which isn't gonna be enough time to run another dungeon. Next reset is midnight, which means that even if I don't run it right now, if I come back again just after midnight game time for a little bit, just to kind of run through a couple more dungeons, it's not like I'll have lost a run. Turn up the tunes a bit. Really enjoy the ending here. Oh, I just really love the way that this this set of songs just kind of builds up to this. That is going to be it for today because I feel like it's better to save the 30 seconds on these cards, or sorry, the 30 minutes on these cards to just reuse them on another run tonight. And I'll get myself to that 50% before we start off tomorrow. So watch out for the time that the stream's going to start tomorrow. It is going to be morning. And with that, we are going to end for today. So we'll thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll hopefully catch some of you guys tomorrow when we aim for 99% and Awakening. Bye!